As we've discussed before, immigration authorities have been given pretty clear marching orders by this fucking guy.
We are looking to set a goal of a minimum of 3,000 arrests for ICE every day. We can't take the risk of letting these Biden illegals roam around freely so that the next American daughter can get raped, the next American kid can get murdered, the next American family can get splintered and torn apart by people that came into this country unchecked, uncontrolled, unvetted, uninvited by the American people.
Now, that absolute fire hose of xenophobic bullshit would be hard to hear from anyone, let alone Stephen Miller, who looks like what would happen if Caillou smoked 2 packs a day for 1,000 years. He looks like a Funko Pop of Lex Luthor, except his eyes are somehow more lifeless. Now, that 3,000 arrests a day number is part of the administration's larger goal of deporting 1 million immigrants in 1 year, which, it's worth noting, would be more than double the previous record of 400,000 when Obama was president, which was already very high. But notably, they don't seem to be getting near their target numbers. They're apparently at just over 280,000 deportations. So getting to 1 million in just 6 months seems very unlikely. And they have backed themselves into this corner because promising to deport 1 million criminal migrants is one thing, but once you're in charge, you then have to find that many of them, which is going to be hard if they don't exist in the numbers that you're claiming, which they don't. It's like promising to apprehend 10,000 Fred Dursts a day. There just aren't that many out there, so either you have to admit that your target number was bullshit in the first place, or you have to drastically widen your definition of what a Fred Durst is until you're eventually arresting any Gen Xer wearing a hat. But instead of conceding their numbers were inflated, the administration's trying to drive up arrests at all costs. Not only has Miller told ICE agents to target Home Depots and 7-Elevens, he's giving them a lot of extra help. ICE has rapidly deputised a record number of local police to function as deportation agents. They pulled in Border Patrol as well as the National Guard, at least 25% of the DEA, up to 80% of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobaccos and Firearms, and even members of the US Postal Inspection Service. And this cross-agency collaboration is why, at the site of a raid like this one at a nightclub in Colorado, you can see personnel wearing gear with logos for the DEA, FBI, postal inspectors, FBI again, ICE's enforcement and removal operations, and the IRS. And for what it's worth, I can't imagine the postal inspectors love getting thrown onto the 3 a.m. shift, nor can I imagine it's much fun to turn up at the club and end up getting arrested by the mail.